welcome to Tall Glass of Cami. Grab yourself a tall glass of water and get yourself hydrated. Sit down and we're gonna have a conversation. It might be a one-sided conversation though, realistically. However, let's get to it. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience living in Utah versus my experience living anywhere else, which is mostly California. The first thing you'll notice about coming to Utah from California is that Utah drivers are literally the worst drivers in the entire world. Obviously, the things that I'm going to be talking about as far as driving are not unique to Utah. However, they happen way more often in Utah than I've noticed anywhere else. Stoplights don't mean anything, especially if it's a turn arrow. Like, at least 5 to 10 cars will go after the turn arrow turns red. Every time, every stoplight, no exceptions. Second off, without fail, every time I'm trying to get somewhere in somewhat of a rush, there will be two assholes driving right next to each other, or one slightly in front of the other one, but not enough room so you can like squeeze through without being a total dick. And they'll be going under the speed limit. And I've never killed a man before, but every time that happens, I think about it real hard. Like, I mean, there's so many options. There's running him over with my car, which is, handy because I'm usually in the car. There's stalking him, going to his house. There's somehow finding out who he is, calling his wife, telling his wife that he's cheating or something. That's actually a good one. That might be most effective. It's a good plan, actually. Like, when you're driving, it is not uncommon to see like those little decals that you put on the back of your window. It's not uncommon to see like a mommy and a daddy and 12 kids and 2 dogs and a cat, and that's like goes all the way across the back of their van. Or I've seen like grandparents, they'll have like their whole family tree and all of their grandkids and kids and pets and uncles and their great aunt Felicia. Nobody told her bye yet, I guess, and it's just like their whole back window. You cannot see past that. Do what you want. It's your car. I don't care. So the speed limit on the highways is all 80 miles per hour. Utah decided to up it recently because they're like, well, people are driving that fast anyway. Let's make it the speed limit, and then we'll just give out tickets for people who go over that. People aren't going to go over that because that's already how fast they drive. Bitch, please. You cannot tell me you're really that stupid. Like, I'm not even that dumb. But people go 80 miles an hour. Also, there are no truck speed limits. So trucks can go as fast as you're going. Trucks can pass you on the freeway, and like, it's terrifying. It's the most terrifying thing probably in the entire world. Maybe second only to the thought of, I don't know, like Johnny Depp or Leonardo DiCaprio dying. And I'm not always going 80 miles an hour. I'm not an old lady. Like, sometimes I'll go like 83 if I'm getting a little crazy. But giant semis will pass you, and they're going 85 miles an hour. Like, tell me the logic. Tell me in what world that sounds like a good idea. An 80 mile an hour speed limit, no truck speeds. Another thing that is weird in Utah that you don't really encounter anywhere else is people make it very clear if they're Mormon or if they're not Mormon. If you're walking down the street, if you are shopping, if you are at church, if you are on Tinder or Bumble, people will let you know. Like, people who are not Mormon try and make it very apparent that they are not Mormon. And because LDS culture has such a strong influence on everything else here in Utah, what happens is, like at my job, the dress code is basically the same as it is going to church. So I have to have dresses down to my knees. I cannot, like, I couldn't wear this. I have to have my shoulders covered. I have to have sleeves. Can't wear anything low cut. Like, it's business casual, but like to an extreme. The other day I was wearing a dress and it was like maybe like an inch or two above my knees. Like, I'm 6'1". It is nearly impossible to find a dress that's actually knee length. And my manager, not my direct report, but above him, my manager talked to me because my skirt length was borderline. Really? I'm not trying to like seduce your husband here. I'm just trying to wear a dress that is business casual and cute and appropriate for work. I can't win. I just cannot. Another thing that's funny is on Tinder. So, if you haven't been on Tinder, you have your pictures, like you're trying to look cute. You'll have something with your friends so that they can see that you're the cute friend. It's normal to say, oh, I like doing this and this and this. I like hiking. That's what literally everybody on Tinder puts in Utah, apparently. I'm this tall, maybe, if you're lucky. LDS, or not LDS, or not religious. Like, nowhere else in the world is that a thing that you put on your Tinder profile is your religious beliefs or preferences. Like, that's just a little weird. Or if you don't put LDS, it'll be like, I enjoy good beer. That's like a clear signal to like people who are Mormon, like, please swipe left. I'm not interested. Kind of on that topic, another thing is how it's so funny to me how differently men will approach women in Utah than they do in California. A couple months ago, I was in California visiting some friends, and I was walking around Long Beach, like, and I hear, hey, why don't you come on over and talk to me? From some guy in his car, like, did you expect me to come talk to you? Because I'm not going to, hey, why don't you come on over here and talk to me? Like, maybe not. In Utah, guys will be like, they're so shy. They'll look for a wedding ring first, because that's the thing you have to do in Utah. It's like standing from afar and like looking for a while, and then like once they know you don't have a wedding ring, then maybe they'll start thinking about it, and then they'll get their buddy to ask for your phone number or something. It feels very high school to me, which not that boys liked me in high school, but that's how I imagine it would be if boys did like me in high school. People get married so young here. So 23 is a really weird age to be, because I have friends in so many different like walks of their life that are my same age. I've got so many friends who are like married and have multiple children at 23, and it's totally normal here. It's not like, oh my god, you're 23 and you have 2 kids, or you have 3 kids. It's like, oh my god, you started your family young, how amazing. You're procreating, and you're replenishing the earth. Good for you. That's amazing. And then there's like wild single ones. And then there's like the desperate single girls who just want to have a husband so bad. And it just hurts me, because you are 23 years old. You have so much time. Like, don't cry yourself to sleep over it, One thing that is so nice, though, about Utah is the cost of living is just amazing. Like, I live in a 3-bedroom apartment, and it's like, big bedrooms. It's fairly modern. It's got, amenities. We've got a pool. We've got a gym. We have free Wi-Fi, and I am all about that life. It's $900 a month for the entire apartment. That's a master and 2 good-sized bedrooms. Like, if this apartment were in California, like where I was living in Long Beach, this apartment would be like probably like $2,500 a month. More probably. Like, one of the things that was most shocking to me, even though I was in Utah for school for a couple of years after high school, it was still so shocking to me. Everybody is white. It is so white. I fit right in. It's like blindingly white. Like, how? How? Why? I like miss diversity so much. I moved here about 5 months ago and I'm actually really loving it. The mountains are beautiful. I miss the ocean so much. I used to live a block away from the beach, but the mountains are incredible and they're always there. Like, you can see the mountains from anywhere you are. At the beach, you would have to go, you know, right next to it to see it. Like, I've gotten kind of into hiking since I moved here. Who would have thought that the Cami would get into hiking? One thing that is different here too than what I'm used to is like there's actual seasons, which is a little weird. Like, what? Long Beach, where I was living, it was like a little chilly. You know, a little chilly being I would wear, you know, gloves and a scarf and a winter coat when it was like 50 degrees. And then there was really warm. But here, there's, you know, spring, summer, fall, winter. There's 4 seasons, and that blows my mind. Amazing. It's been a long time since I've lived somewhere with 4 seasons. But let me tell you, it is hot as balls here. Basically, my plan with this channel is to post something once or twice a week. We'll see how it goes. I'm working like 60 hours this week between my 2 jobs, so we'll see if I get another video posted, but it's my goal. Hopefully I have the time. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please, 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 please like my video. I'm going to leave my Snapchat down below. If you have any suggestions for me, go ahead and let me know. And I'll see you soon. Room to swoop in. HMU next up on the docket.